Okay, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you um, and welcome you to Essential Piece of Life. The project that I'm working on tonight are Paris themed gift baskets. Now, I started on one, I did make one, and I was sort of dissatisfied with it because the arrangement that I was making, I made it while I was constructing the basket, and I realized that once I shrink wrapped it, all of the flowers was sort of smushed into the bag. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's what it looked like when I was finished. And so it's pretty, but it's not representative of what I was trying to do with it. So what I have decided to do is make a video because I have 3 other baskets that I'm doing. 2 of them are already on the table. I've completed the arrangements. So I'm going to show you what I was doing. Okay, so I found these, look like little wine glasses and they're plastic from the Dollar Tree. They came 6 in a pack. I also found um, these, and they came like you can buy them like 3 in a pack or 1 in a pack. These I found at Michael's actually. So I cut them down in size, and so that they don't go over the rim. And then I took my glue gun and I glued it to the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. So that's where I'm at right now. I have to make one more. I only need one more. And this vine I found at the Dollar General store, and it was a long vine, and what I did is cut it into 4 pieces because I needed 4 pieces. That's what I needed, a vine that hangs. So one side is going to be stuck inside of here, and then the other side we're going to put flowers on. So I have all my materials that I need, and also I use these tools, the brown one and the beige one, to make these decorative fancy little things to go on there. So what I did was I cut this into maybe about I don't know, about 5 inches, 4 inches, or 5 inches each one of them, and I cut maybe like 4 strips of each one. Then I took them and I cut them in half. So essentially using so one brown and one beige. And what I'm going to be doing is putting them together, and it doesn't really matter whether or not they're all even or whatever the case may be, because they're going to be folded up like this. Okay, so once I fold it up like this, I have flowers that I've been picking off of. So I've taken and I've cutting this down to size. All I need is one that's long enough to fit inside of there. So if you can see, I only need a piece that's going to be able to stand up about that far or this far. So I take this that I've already cut, and I fold it in half, and I fold it in half again. I take this and I put it right down in the center as far as I want it to go. And I have my glue gun here. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of glue here, and then I'm going to close that up, right? I'm going to close this up like this. You have to be careful because that glue is hot. And I just hold it, pinch it, hold it where it's going to be stuck in there. Don't touch it where the glue is, but it's going to stay. Don't worry about it. So that's one. And I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple more of those because I'm going to need them. And it would be good, like I said before, that you'd be able to cut with wire cutters. Makes your life easy. And one beige, you can use whatever colors you want, depending on what color flowers you're gonna use, right? So all of this together, and I can show you on the back of here. These colors is what. Hold on, let me see. We'll turn it around. Here it looks like yellow or green, some beige, and in the back of this, it looks like some brown, some beige, or whatever. So I decided to go with this color, these colors, put them together. So you can use whatever color you want. That's totally up to you in the tool and these. So you can use whatever color you want. I went with brown and beige. So like I said, these I'm going to put inside of my arrangement here. So let's get started on this. So first of all, we have 2 ends here on this, and you can use whatever vine you have. They actually have these at the Dollar Tree, but the Dollar Tree is now $1.25, right? So I would have, this right here I think was about 9 feet long. So once I cut it into, I believe it was 4 pieces. So once I cut it into 4 pieces, then I have this long piece here, and I liked it because it has the big leaves, big greenery on it, and it also has these little flowers. So this is a Paris bag, so I was looking for a vine, and I found this one. So either I can take this side and put it down, or I can take this side and put it down. But what I've decided to do with the end of this, and you will see how the one greenery on this side is this, and I took and I put another flower on the end to extend that. I extended it. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take this flower. Also, I'm going to take the leaf from that. And I'm going to go on this end. And I'm going to put this down with this. And that leaves me a little space here. So what I'm going to do with this space, because this one doesn't open at the other end, I'm going to put this on top of that. Okay, if you want, you can put some glue on it, but that's the end of that flower. So what I have decided to do also is take this end and stick it inside of here. Now, some of these have a little circle on the end, and what I did was put some glue there and stuck it on the bottom. Now, these come apart like this, and so I stuck that on there with the glue, and then I put the top back, right? But this one, since I cut one piece into 4 pieces, 2 of the ends have a circle and 2 of the ends do not. So this one do not. So this end is going inside of here. Now, I have also a little space here, so I'm going to add flowers to this vine. So I'm going to take my yellow flower, get inside of there, and you've added a flower. And this end goes inside of here. So let's go ahead and add flowers because there's lots of greenery and there's space for flowers. And each one of them doesn't have to have a flower, but we're just adding those to just kind of spruce up this vine a little bit. So as you can see, we have yellow, we have purple. Let's add pink. We're going to add the pink flower maybe a little bit towards the end. We'll add it here. So however you want to arrange it, it's a lot of space here. Each one of these green leaves has space enough where you can put a flower or not. So that's what we're going to. This one on the end looks like we're gonna give us a problem. So it's okay. We're gonna add some glue. We can add glue, and we just put it right on the end. We'll stick the flower down there, just a little bit. So we'll add a little bit of glue for it to stick and stay. All right, it doesn't have to move. Whoever is getting this basket, I just want them to have a little added decoration. This is a bathroom set, a Paris bathroom set. It's really, really pretty. Well, I think it's pretty. So on the other side, we're adding shampoo, conditioner, and full-size bottle of mousse. We're also adding a shampoo massager, and we're also adding to this bag a hair wrap to dry their hair, right? So we're adding that. One is green and one is pink. So we're adding those things to this basket. So that's why I say we're, putting the colors together. So I think that is enough. We can add more later if we want. So let's get started on this. So one end, like I said, is going inside of here. So what we're going to do is put a little glue on the end. And I think I put like 4 flowers on here. So I want to put it right in the corner, because that one side is going to turn and go up. So we're going to put it on the one corner. Push it down in there as far as it'll go. Right? So that one flower we've already added. And what this is going to do is vine up or down, whatever the case may be. So we're going to start adding our flowers now. So here we have one flower, right? So we're going to cut this stem. We're going to cut it very short, very short. So when it sticks in here, it's covering the bottom. And we're also going to put glue on the bottom of this, right? And then we're going to stick it in another corner. Stick that down in there. And each one we put in there, it's going to hold up the next flower, right? So it's going to hold up that yellow. You just kind of play with it, whatever the case may be. And just, I want this to be more towards the back. There you go. Or the middle. And we're going to add 2 more flowers. We have purple. We're going to take this one and put it in another corner. So we can use the 4 corners. Stick it in this corner, all the way in. And when it comes out, it's sort of covering the bottom where you can't see this. Okay? All right. That. So you have it sitting there and you're covering the corners. So now we're going to put another one in the other corner. I'm going to stick this one in this corner. And that green comes up like this. And that's the way that looks. You got lots of greenery on there. You play with it, whatever the case may be. I can have it hang off the side or whatever, but this is the way it is. So now that we have those 4 flowers in there, because so it's not a very big container, so we don't want to put too many flowers in there. Okay, so then we're gonna take this and we're gonna separate it, right? You have 2 pieces in there, so you're gonna separate those 2 pieces. And then we're gonna take this, right, the stem here, put a little bit of glue on it, on the end, okay? And we're gonna take this little piece of plant. And all we wanna do is we wanna stick it inside at an angle, right? Okay, so then that comes out like this. And we filled the little space there. So here we are with the other one. Like I said, you're gonna separate it. You're gonna separate it all the way around. You got 2 pieces, right? And you have the beige and you have the brown. So make sure you separate both of them where they both stand out like this. Then you're gonna take and put, and you can make it as big as you want, make it stand out more if you want, add more flowers if you like. I could have added maybe some white flower or even red, but I think these colors kind of flow together well. I could have also added, I have some that has a butterfly in it or whatever. I could have added that. So I'm going to put this at an angle here on the side. So when I do that, I see that that yellow is kind of overpowering, you know, this little piece in here. It's okay. That yellow wants to overpower that, but that's okay. And I can also take some more and put it on top. Let me look at the back. I probably could use another piece. That leaf is going to cover that. Really don't need another one. But I can put another little piece up there. But I think this is enough. I think it's enough. I don't need another one. So that's what I wanted to show you. How I made the floral arrangement for this basket. And I realized that I needed to make it outside of the basket in order to make it full and small enough. The first one I did inside the basket, and it's more, it's better that you do it outside of the basket so that when you shrink it, the flowers won't smush up like the other one. So we're all done with that. And now I'm going to show you how, give me a minute to square this away, and I'm going to show you how I put that basket together. Okay, so here we are again, and let me start with this one, okay? Move this one. I'm going to move this one time again. All right, so This is an unbasket, so I use a tray for this. And what I'm going to do is turn this around, and I'm going to face it on this side. I'm going to face it on this side, and then I'm going to work on the opposite side. So I just want to line it up where it's on the tray. That's what I want to do. And I'm going to take and put glue on the bottom of this. Here, 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 and here. These are the 4 corners that's going to be stuck onto this. So I want to glue it here and here. All right. Put some glue on there. So you're going to put some on the corner. I'll turn it up so it doesn't run. I want to put it right on top. And I get a full dot there because what's going to happen, this is a big item, so I don't want it to fall apart before I get it to where I'm going. So we're gonna let that cool off a little bit, and then I'm gonna stick it on the tray, and I'm also gonna tape it on the tray. So I got one here, 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 and here, the dots of glue. And so now that it's cooled a little bit, see if you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to line it up here, right on the edge, and I'm going to hold it there. I'm still debating about taking this sticker off. I didn't take it off the other one, and I don't know. It kind of sort of describes what it is, but you can't actually see what it is, so maybe I don't need this sticker. I'll think about it while I'm putting it together again. So we make sure that it's stuck there, and also we're going to put some tape on it to hold it in place. You don't have to, but in my experience with these bags, not all of them transport very well. And items that are heaviest, normally they'll move around and shake and stuff like that. And so even though I have the glue there, for me, I'm going to be sure that this is secured to my tray. And so I'm going to add some tape on the side. Because I'm going to need this to transport. So I have that done, and I'm going to work on this side, right? So what I do is I sit everything here and make sure that it's where I need it to be. Those two can go aside a little bit because this thing fits right in the center of both of those. And what I did was fold it and tape it so it will fit. I put tape on it. This thing. So I folded in half so it'll fit right in between these two. So that's what provides the little color in between here. So I fold it and tape it. Put those two together. Right? And this goes right in between the two of those. Okay? I want to turn these where they're facing outward, where you can see what it is from each side. Because the plant is going to be here, those need to turn that way so that you can see. All right, so they're in place. And what we're going to do is take a little bit of our glue, and we're going to go around the edges. We're going to go around the edges. And don't worry, because this glue, I turn it upside down so it can dry a little bit and get a little tacky. And then I flip it back up and place it where I want it to be. And it's no matter because this glue will come right up. You know, they'll be able to take it off. I want to place it where it is facing outward. All right, so we're going to hold it down there. Okay. It's going to stay there. Okay, just hold it and let it dry a little bit. Apply a little pressure to it. Same thing we did to the to the box. Apply a little pressure, let it dry a little bit. Same thing with this one. Turn it up. And I am really flying through this, and I probably will regret it later. But I'm trying not to make this video too long for you guys. I really, really do appreciate you coming and hanging out with me tonight while I put together this basket. I've been at work all week. This gift basket making is a new thing for me. I'm adding to my business, and most of the things that I put together, it is something that has to do with health and wellness. We talk about mind, body, and soul. So I help people um, reach those goals. So now that is down, and what we're going to do is make sure that it is secured just right. I feel a little bit more confident with my family handling these bags that it's not likely that it'll fall apart. Right? Okay. So here we are with that. So we have the mousse we're gonna add to this also. So I can secure that and make sure that it's showing, right? Extra firm control hold mousse. All right, so we're going to secure that to this, each thing to another thing. So we're going to secure that to this, right? And we're also going to secure it on this side. So once we secure this on this side, then we'll go ahead and secure it also to this. You see how that went across there? I can put a longer piece of tape on there, right? We're holding one thing to the other, right? So that's done. Those items are there. Now, there's this piece. And what I did was I saw that this was curved on the bottom, and I used that to put inside of there. And I didn't like it when I put it there. So what I did was curve this off. I want you to see, I want the person who is buying this to see what this is, but I want to cut this top off. It's too big. So I just rounded it off. And not cutting off the words, but just rounding it off. It just, to me, it looks a little bit better. We're designing gift baskets, remember? So we put that down in there. And what's going to happen is when I wrap the basket, it's going to this is going to be covered with the bow, but you still be able to see it. This is what it is, or cut it off altogether. So if I take this, because it's secured here, I can actually take this bottom off, the whole bottom off, and it will probably secure a little bit better down in that hole. As a matter of fact, I didn't cut the other one off. Let me see how this works. So we're going to cut it down to right above, because that doesn't tell me anything, right? This is what I need, this shampoo massager. So let's see if it fits down in here a little bit better. Not really. But I think that looks just fine. And so we have to secure it. So this secures to this side here. And I really don't need another piece of tape on the other side, but I'm going to put another piece of tape on there anyway. Like I said, it's the confidence in knowing that this bag is not going to fall apart before it gets to whoever will own this basket eventually, right? So now we have one last thing We worked so hard on this flower piece. Now, we got to figure out how we're going to get it in here. We're going to secure this to the front of the basket. And this part is going to wrap up, and it's going to wrap around. And we're also going to secure that. All right, so this in the front. The other one I put together, I put this on first, and so I was only able to stick the flowers in the front. And when I shrink wrapped it, they all smushed. So I decided to, like I said, put this together first before I put it in on this. So this is only tape. It's not going to be glued or anything like that. It's only tape, right? So I secure it in the front. If you can see that, I secure it in the front. All right, just tape it down. That's it. It's just tape. Also, I put some on the side. So we just want to secure this in the front. No glue. No glue. It's just tape. So you use the tape and you just make sure that this is secured in the front. That's it. And that's how that goes. So I'm gonna put a little piece of tape here and hold it. I'm gonna put some more tape up here so I can hold this. Back here. Hold that in place there. I'm also going to make sure that I secure it on this side. Alright, so that's that. That one's done. Make sure you turn it, you can see everything that's there. Conditioner, mousse, shampoo. And on this side, you have one flower to put here. Now on this side, the flower that goes here doesn't necessarily have to, it doesn't have to be cut or glued. Now you can take it off and you can tape it there, glue it there, or you can take the stem. Because I know that there's some space underneath there, I just take this little flower, and then the person who receives this bag, they can actually take this flower from there and stick it right into that's the thought that I have. So instead of me taking this flower and just sticking it there, I'm going to cut the stem short like I did the rest of them. And this flower, they can actually add to the arrangement on the other side if they so desire to keep it. That's my thought. So I'm going to cut this here. And like I said, you do better to use some wire cutters. And I declare every time I come to this position where I am, I forget my wire cutters. And then I just stick this flower right underneath here. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, it's just a little small flower, no big deal. No big deal at all, right? I just put that there. I don't want to cover up anything that's going on here. And this thing is really getting next to my nerves. I don't like it. It throws off my design, if that makes any sense. But there you are. So you got a little flower there, and this is done. This is absolutely done. So the only thing left to do here is shrink wrap it and add a bow. Okay. So we have a candle that we can add to that in the front. It smells really good. Very small candle. It's not very big at all. We'll add a candle to that. We can do that, right? It's a small candle, but it is very, very, very potent. Oh my goodness. My office right now, my area smells so good with all the things that are going on. So we can do that one. And it has a top on it, is what I like. And you can use it in the bathroom. And it may not be that attractive to children, you know. It's just a small little container. You can put the top on it, put it in your medicine cabinet or whatever the case may be. But these things right here, you must be careful with, especially if you have children. I like these candles. They're small, but they last. They burn for 1,500 hours. They burn. They last. But you're able to put that cap on it and put it away. Okay, and that's what I like about these. That's why I include these in my business. So this one I probably will add, and it'll look pretty. And I'll put another one on the other side. I don't know. Maybe this green one I'll actually add to the other side. This one is already done. I'm not adding anything to that. But little small things like this adds value to your gift basket. And I will have the question, what is that? Because it has a top on it. You can't see that it's a candle. And I will be able to say that is exactly what it is. And it smells really good. This one is, okay, so this one is lemon. This one is wood, sage, and sea salt. If you like this video, I appreciate it. If you like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel so that when I put out another video, you will be the first one to be notified. I'll be talking about all things health and wellness, holistic health coach, and basket making is something that I've added to promote also my business and the things that I do. That one thing with the shampoo massager. So while you're cleaning, you're also massaging your scalp and promoting good health with your scalp and your hair. And also the towel that dries your hair. It doesn't break your hair off. That is a really good tool to use if you're shampooing, drying your hair. A regular towel will sometimes snag those hairs and break them and things like that. And you don't want to dry your hair too much. You want to make sure that it has some moisture in it, and those towels promotes that. And so that's why it's included in the bag.